Hey guys, this is FriendleyFyre coming at you with a brand new top 10 that I hope you will enjoy. I always talk about games I love, so I made a top 10 about it. These are my top 10 favorite games of all time. Let's start off the list with something really great. Donkey Kong Country 2. Oh my god, this game is just fucking incredible. It brought so many great things you will love all over the place. More bananas, more Kremlings. They became pirates because in this one you had to go to where they were at and you had to beat them up. It was so great. It was harder than the first one. Better controls though, better levels, and minecarts. Nah, we don't got minecarts now. We got fucking mouses you ride on in amusement parks. You also got Diddy Kong's girlfriend. Sexual eruption, so I can get a sexual. It was just great all around. There was no Donkey Kong, but it didn't really matter because Donkey Kong was actually worse than Diddy in the first freaking game when it has his name in the title. And there's also a weird title that's hard to pronounce. Diddy's Conquest? Diddy's Conquest? Diddy's Conquest? No one really cares! But yeah, it was really great all over the place. And Diddy Kong, oh my god. Diddy Kong rapping, like seriously. Who wouldn't buy his album? Just look at this. I will buy it. I'm definitely gonna buy his album.
I can already tell. Looks like this is gonna be one hell of a party!
Devil May Cry 3 is my 9th favorite video game of all time. I've always been a huge fan when it comes to action games, so this shouldn't be a surprise to anyone if you follow what I say on Twitter. I always go for gameplay over graphics, and boy is this game one of the biggest reasons why. The gameplay in this game is fucking phenomenal. Dante has combos for days and can switch from weapon to weapon with ease. You have a pretty good arsenal with Rebellion, Ebony and Ivory, the shotgun, fire and wind swords, and nunchucks to help you kick some serious demon ass. The story isn't really amazing, but doesn't really matter when you have gameplay and a soundtrack that's just incredible. Not to mention Dante is the biggest badass of all time with his funny as hell one-liners and his amazing fighting skill he shows off in cutscenes. Now, I really do love the God of War series. It was very difficult for me to pick a game that I would think is my favorite from this entire series because I love all of them, even the PSP versions. But if I had to pick, the one I enjoyed the most was probably God of War 2. God of War 3 was good, but everything kind of felt the same. It was really repetitive, and I just couldn't get into it like the rest. God of War 1 was also great, but God of War 2, oh my god. This game right here changed my life. More action. More gore. You can even ride on Pegasus. Pegasus! It also has one of my all-time favorite boss fights of all time, the Colossus. This game also had quotes for days.
Turn back to Olympus, beast! I must face Zeus! You defy the god of war!
The weapons were great. You got a hammer, you got a purple staff, and the chains, they were really the best in this game. Rage mode was also the best, and the magic was just straight killer and badass. This game is just fun overall, and it's just so gory. Just look at the way he just kills some of these enemies. Awesome. This game is just great. It's number 8 on my list. I really love God of War 2, and it's always going to be my favorite out of the entire series. If you haven't played God of War 2, play it right now, buy the collection, and just waste your life. Sonic the Hedgehog 1, classic, just straight classic. Genesis, great game, blew my mind when I was young. I don't even know what age I was when this came out, but I fucking loved it.
But wait!
It's not on my list. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is though, it's just so fast. Gotta go fast, gotta go fast, gotta go fast. The first one was about platforming, this was all about speed. You just zoom through everything. Whoosh, swish, as Chemical Plant, my all-time favorite Sonic zone. It brought Tails. Better boss fights.
Super Sonic!
Speed is incredible. It just makes my head spin. Ah!
Hanging on me till tomorrow.
Crash Bandicoot 3. Warped is my 6th favorite game of all time. Crash Bandicoot 2 was good, but Warped has always been my favorite. So much variety, that level design, that flying tiki thing named Uka. This game was miles ahead of Crash Bandicoot 1 and 2 and set the bar high for future platformers. Naughty Dog made other great games like Jak and Uncharted, but Crash has always been more enjoyable. I love Sonic, but a Bandicoot beats a Hedgehog any day. Bandicoots also beat Purple Dragons. The game is also nicknamed Sonic's ass.
Twerk it like that. Twerk it like that.
The boss fights in this were also great, except N Trophy. He's just a fucking troll. It was the second game I ever played, so will always have a warm spot in my heart. Naughty Dog, can you come back to Crash so we don't get more of this bullshit? If you've seen my top 10 underrated games list, you already know that I had Yoshis Island at number 1. If you haven't, then fuck you! You will also know that I think it's the second greatest video game ever created. These graphics still hold up to this day. The art style is freaking gorgeous. Its controls are flawless. The music is just so mellow and keeps you in a cheery mood. Adorable enemies, plus Yoshi gets high like a rail son bitch.
Wait a minute, let me put some kush up in it.
Baby Mario does cry a lot, but it helped give him a helpless atmosphere. This game really made you feel like a Yoshi because you really had to protect Baby Mario. He is your health in this game, god damn it. You also discovered that a Yoshi isn't one dinosaur, but an entire species. Not only is this the greatest 2D platformer of all time, but it is also my 5th favorite game of all time. Number 4 on the list. Now we're gonna talk about the first video game I ever played, Super Mario 64. Now, nostalgia's gonna come into this pick because I know that some people are like, oh, this game's pretty overrated, but it is the first video game I ever played and it's my list, so fuck you, it's on mine. There's a lot of great 3D platformers like Banjo-Kazooie, Mario Sunshine, Rayman 2, and Crash Bandicoot 3, but Super Mario 64 will always be the greatest 3D platformer in my eyes. King of Bombs, amazing music, creative levels, perfect controls, thwomps, water levels that actually don't suck, snow levels, desert levels, you can race Koopas, you can race penguins, exploration, 120 stars, and you even got bombs with horns. I don't know why that's in the game, but it is. And also, Mario flies with wings on his freaking head. How awesome could this game get? It's just great all around. Graphics do suck now, but they used to be beautiful. Like Emma Watson. The things I would do to Emma Watson. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is my 3rd favorite video game of all time. Zelda is my favorite video game series, and this game is the reason why I love Zelda games so much. Everyone always praises A Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time, but Twilight Princess is better to me. The first thing I really love about this game is its soundtrack. The theme to the Sacred Grove sends chills down my spine every single time I hear it. It's scary, creepy, but at the same time, mellow, in a weird way. Don't judge me. Twilight Princess also has most of my favorite dungeons in the entire franchise. The Arbiter's Grounds, the City in the Sky, and Snow Peak Ruins are all genius to me in terms of dungeon design. They piss me the fuck off because they're so hard, but it's a great challenge and you feel so great after you beat them. I also really appreciated how dark Twilight Princess was. The scene when Link changes to the wolf gets me every single time. The graphics also give it a distinct look, and it just added to the already dark atmosphere that the game started off with. This may be my 3rd favorite game, but if someone asks me what do you think is the greatest game you ever played without being biased, I would probably say Twilight Princess. Kingdom Hearts 2 comes in at number 2 for me. I have always loved the franchise, and Kingdom Hearts 2 has always been the best in the franchise to me. I appreciate this game because it fixed all the problems in the first one and made everything better. The fighting was improved because the camera could be controlled with the analog stick, unlike the first game. Thanks for using your brain this time, Square Enix. Sora also had many limit forms he could change into that all helped the game become more enjoyable because they were all different in terms of style and grace. The boss battles in this game are second to none and are my favorite battles ever. I really love the fights against Xemnas, Saix, Zigbar, and Axel. I hated Demix though, but nobody likes Demix.
Dance, water, dance! Dance, water, dance! Dance, water, dance! Dance, water, dance! Dance, water, dance!
Shut the fuck up!
Kingdom Hearts 2 also has the greatest video game soundtrack ever. I will debate that with anyone to death. Songs like Tension Rising, Rowdy Rumble, Reviving Hollow Bastion, and The 13th Struggle are composed perfectly and help you get immersed into each situation you come across. I love the story in this game and the characters. Organization 13 is presented beautifully, and Riku and Roxas are the most relatable characters ever for me because I know exactly how they feel and have been through a ton of the situations they've been through. The worlds in this game are also great, with Hollow Bastion and The Lion King being my favorites. This game never feels tedious and I can never get tired of it. I've played every game in the franchise and I will probably die of happiness when Kingdom Hearts 3 finally gets announced because it's been so long since we had a console release game. Before we move on to my favorite video game of all time, let's recap. Number 10, Donkey Kong Country 2. Number 9, Devil May Cry 3. Number 8, God of War 2. Number 7, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Number 6, Crash Bandicoot Warped. Number 5, Yoshi's Island. Number 4, Super Mario 64. Number 3, The Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess. And number 2, Kingdom Hearts 2. Super Smash Bros. Brawl is my favorite video game of all time. There is no game that I've played that I've enjoyed more than Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Everything about this game I love to death. It's the greatest multiplayer game of all time. Whenever you speak of multiplayer games, this one is always brought up. You and 3 friends will have a blast from hours upon hours every day just beating the shit out of each other and never getting bored of it. I and my friends have invested over 400 hours altogether in this game, and it will keep on increasing for years to come. Its wide variety of characters gives you and 3 friends a bunch of people to try out and learn. Strategy is key in this game, but it's mainly just fun to troll your friends with characters like Pikachu just for good laughs. There are a ton of game modes in this game. You have an adventure mode, which is pretty underrated actually. It's co-op, has great level design, and really great and challenging boss fights. Events are back, and you still have stadium mode. One of my favorite things to do in the game though is to put 300% low gravity and bunny ears because this is fucking hilarious because everyone dies instantly. Plus this game has millions of unlockables. Some of these will take forever to get, but you'll pretty much get them just from fighting over and over. Final smashes are awesome in this game, and the stages are really fun to play even though they can be gimmicky at some times. Plus you have Sonic and Snake in this game. What more could you ask for? But Jigglypuff is still here and no one understands why. She just fucking sucks. This game's soundtrack is also second to Kingdom Hearts soundtrack in my opinion. All the songs are from franchises of each character and are remixed perfectly. Super Smash Bros. Brawl is my favorite game of all time, and it will always be my favorite until Super Smash Bros. Wii U gets released. Thanks for watching the video guys. Comment, like, and share if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and watch me rage over games in Tough Tuesdays and watch me collect Pokemon too. There will be more top 10s and reviews in the future, so follow me on Twitter to give me feedback and get updates on my channel. Have a great day, Fyres and Firettes.